Yeah. You're all right, Auntie Cola?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, still alive.
Yes,
Kicking.
listening with
You're
interest.
not pushing up the daisies yet.
Oh gosh, no tensions.
That's good.
No.
That's very good.
Too many things to do yet.
Yeah. Have you ever wondered, I'm going to talk to you about something tonight.
Right.
Yeah, both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Paul's allowed to listen as well.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ever wondered about what death is?
Oh, quite often.
Yeah. Have you ever wondered what it is? Literally. In a literal sense.
In a literal sense.
Yeah. I mean, people say you die and your body just goes flop. And then you're dead. But have you ever really wondered what it is? What it actually is?
It's your time on this planet is
Well,
done, and
yeah.
you've got to move on.
That's right. Have you ever wondered what defines the moment in which death is present?
No.
Have you ever wondered to yourself?
I've often wondered how I will lose my life on this planet.
Have you never ever wondered to yourself perhaps why it is that you die when you die and not when you don't?
Well,
Why you die there and then and not 10 minutes before or an hour or a day before or a year before or a year later? Have you ever wondered to yourself what the deciding point of when you're cooked and you have to come out the oven?
I think it's when you needed somewhere else. You get called.
You get a little phone call to call you in.
You get called and your time is up and off you go to do other things.
That's a nice thought.
Or is it an allotted time that we arranged before we came to the Earth plane?
Yeah, well, I mean, everything's possible.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mr. Paul? What's your personal feeling?
Well, I think it could be that. I think before perhaps I came here, I made an arrangement to say I'll leave the Earth plane on such and such a time and a year.
Yeah. Now, bearing in mind we don't really bother with years, days, and months and hours.
No.
How would you have wiggled it out?
Oh.
What if days and months and minutes and hours and seconds and years are not part of the equation?
No.
By what measurement would it be to bring? Hang on. What measurement would it be to? Listen, stop talking in my ear. Sorry, people interrupting me.
All right.
They are rude. Yeah. What is the deciding factor? What is the formula? What is the point in which you bugger off and come over here?
Because
what decides that moment? What is it that triggers it?
Well, it's when the heart stops.
Well, that's it in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about your spirit? How does it know?
Oh,
I think the spirit gets called.
How does your etheric body know to let go of your current body? How does it know to come to our world and gravitate towards?
Because I think spirit calls us.
Yeah.
Or is it the cutting of the silver cord?
Well, yeah, maybe there is a cutting of a cord or cutting of a severing of the toe.
Yeah.
The connection to the toe. But have you ever considered what decides the very moment that that's going to happen?
No.
I think the spirit says that you've done what you need to do and now we need you back.
Yeah. Have you ever decided what makes a butterfly come out of its cocoon? Or what makes a baby decide it's ready to get out?
When the time is right.
Right. And what is the deciding factor then? Have you ever considered what is it that makes it happen now?
That deep into
Why would two babies, perhaps conceived around the same moment, come out at different times? Have you ever considered what the deciding factor is?
No.
No, I have not.
And why a person might die when they do?
No.
Two identical twins, so identical in every way, but one doesn't die when the other one dies.
Well, one dies and one lives.
That's
Why?
right. And there's a deciding factor.
Well, what is that
Well,
deciding factor? Can
I'm
you
going
tell
to
us?
tell you now. I'm going to tell you.
Good.
Yeah. This will
Good.
be interesting for you.
It will.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It
You
will.
know, I told you before, last time we spoke, about the point of an energetic self beyond the physical.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everything that is physical is influenced by the energetic.
Yeah.
So there is an energetic world all around you that you can't see.
Right.
And it penetrates through to the physical. Remember I told you last
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so I told you about the energetic world and how you are a shadow
Yes.
of the energetic world.
Yes.
And you call it physical world.
Yeah.
I am physical. I'm a physical being, you say.
Yeah.
And because of that's the reality you see and experience. But you're really a shadow of the energetic world.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reflection of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, side
a
by side.
slightly dense, a more dense version. Now, when you come into the world, everything you'll also understand when I say that everything is energy.
Yeah.
All things are. Mr. Paul sounds baffled.
No.
He's
No.
wondering
No.
where I'm going. What she's saying. Yeah. I'm listening now. Yeah. You go. So everything in life is energy. Everything is in the energetic. And all things are energy.
Yeah.
And all energy is frequency.
Yes.
And all frequencies move. They fluctuate. A frequency fluctuates.
Yes.
Yeah. So your body, you yourself, as I explained a little while ago, when I said that your mind is all intact, but the body turns it into two. The brain makes the mind split into two.
Right.
You've got the conscious and the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
So, and that's not the mind itself is all intact. That's merely a reflection of the brain. The brain makes a subconscious and a conscious,
Yeah.
because the mind has to operate through the brain.
Right.
Once the brain vanishes, the mind becomes one whole.
Yeah.
Doesn't have two parts, a conscious or a subconscious. It's just constantly conscious.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the brain does that. But all things are frequency. Even the mind is
Yeah.
operating on frequency. That's why it needs the brain, which operates in the earthly frequency, to translate what it's trying to say.
Right.
But the point, when you go through your life, you also find that time seems to go faster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you wonder, why is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're really, really down in the dumps, life goes bloody slow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wonder why that is so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people say to yourself, you time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you say, yeah, it does. Yeah. And life passes by ever so fast
Yes.
as you go on through the years.
Yeah.
And every person will tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also have, during your life, a fear very often of death in early life. And you're an uncomfortable relationship with death.
Yeah.
But as you get older and older and older, you come to a more accepting.
That's right.
You don't
yes.
necessarily want to go, yeah,
Yeah.
but you become more accepting of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And then
true.
as you get much, much older, you reach a point where you're glad to get out.
Yeah.
You
I
hear
know.
people say, I've had enough now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you think to yourself, as a young person, you say to yourself, how the bloody hell can she say that?
Yeah.
Or he say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can they have had enough of life?
Mm.
And then there are some people in the world who've had enough of life
Yeah.
and they get off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because they have literally had enough.
Yeah.
They don't want it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you understand all of these scenarios.
Yes.
Right. So where should we start then? Yeah. I start my case.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mm.
call my first defendant.
Right.
And let's go in order now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I call my first defendant to the case. The
Okay.
defendant's name is Birth.
Birth.
There is Birth. You've all done it.
Yeah.
You all went through it. You've
Yeah.
all suffered it.
Yeah.
You all came out when the nurse cracked your ass and made you cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. To make sure you're alive.
Yeah.
And they blew all the gunk out your throat and nose because you've been
Yeah.
breathing it all those many months. As your mummy and daddy planted the seed of life to grow.
Yeah.
And consciousness was snatched from the eternal aspect of the universe and it was planted within. That it could grow and learn and experience
Right.
the human condition,
Yeah.
the brief temporary condition of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I must warn everybody that I'm not coming out with these words, I'm just repeating them.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our job is to listen and repeat tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Mr. Montague's training some people up.
All
Yeah.
right.
So I'm
lovely.
helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
The human condition of birth. From the moment you are conceived, and consciousness is plucked from the ocean of consciousness, a brief little droplet of consciousness, and a link from it to you via your brain is allocated. It is drawn to you like a magnet.
Right.
And that is your link. In the same way as you're connected to your mama through the umbilical cord,
Mm-hmm.
which gives you life whilst you are within her,
Yeah.
and makes you a representation of all that she puts through her to you. So you are connected to the almighty sea of consciousness via a cord, a link from the consciousness that comes and operates through your brain, that is drawn to your body from the great ocean. It is like a waterfall cascading from the great sea of consciousness into your little mind via the brain.
Yeah.
It is like a waterfall from the great ocean, from the great river, pouring into you at all times. And what makes it possible? Energetically and frequency. Energy and frequency. Energy and frequency
Yeah.
is all that life is.
Right.
Frequency is what you live within. You live within a frequency, and your energy exists within that frequency.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It all energy is yeah. Well, it is. It just is.
Yeah.
I can't explain it any more than that. It's just
No.
there, you see.
Yeah.
And frequency is the parameters in which it operates.
Yeah.
A point on the scale of infinity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you are conceived, and when that happens, a waterfall cascade of consciousness, it drips and pours into you, just like a waterfall. A river flowing from the great sea of infinite awareness
Right. Okay.
into your brain, which is developing.
Yeah.
And that happens because the frequency of your creation, your body being made, draws it. But the body is like a magnet to consciousness, and consciousness is drawn to the body. There can be no life without consciousness, and there can be no consciousness without the body for it to operate through.
Right.
You are all consciousness. That is why a baby with great disability can be born and is still conscious, because the body draws it to it. And whilst the body might not always work for some people, the consciousness is drawn to learn and operate through what it has been attracted to. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Monty?
Yes.
Yeah. So what made that possible was frequency. Two frequencies attracting. There was a frequency of operation, just like when you, for instance, when you use your radio set, it's on a frequency. We've mentioned that before.
Yeah.
So you are on a frequency, which is your visible life
Yeah.
that you see, but frequencies operate up and are abounding you all around, in the natural world, I mean. And when you come to life, when you are made, the frequency that you are draws to you, draws to your little new brain and your body, the frequency of creation, the frequency of consciousness itself.
Right.
And that is through frequency. The
Okay.
frequency, you create your life on a frequency that you vibrate upon. And then you are born. Why are you born when you're born? Why do you decide to come out Monday, not Tuesday? Why do you decide to come out Tuesday or not on Sunday? What makes that happen? Why does a baby know to come out of the mummy's womb?
I don't know.
When the frequency is right.
Well done, Auntie Cobra. Yeah, absolutely. There is a change and a shift in the frequency.
Yeah.
Your from your creation to your seeming passing, there is a frequency.
And when that
And
connects
your
with
frequency is always changing
you. Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Can you understand that?
Yes.
So from cradle, if you like, to grave.
Grave is
or from-
frequency.
Yeah, or I could say from the point of conception
Yeah.
and creation there is a frequency that draws an element of consciousness to it. That's how you become alive.
That starts life.
Right.
The body's growing, but without consciousness being drawn to it and pulled like a magnet.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, it's two forces that belong together. Every human body, when it's made, at the point of its creation, draws the power of consciousness towards it. Yeah, like gravity and a planet, the two go together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frequencies
Yeah.
gather
And
together.
as you go through and grow and change, the baby in the womb is learning, it's feeling, it's experiencing.
Yeah.
There's much of that from mummy's energy as well. And the
Yeah.
energies around it, outside, are being felt via mummy's nervous system.
Right.
And then there is a change as it matures. The frequency is changing all the time. Your creation, your frequency as a person, if you like, although I would call you conscious, your spirit, if you like,
Yes.
is changing. When I say consciousness, sometimes I mean spirit,
Yeah.
because that's a word you'd understand, but consciousness is relatively the same thing.
Right.
And it is changing whilst you're in that womb. You're experiencing, you're learning from the information that comes through your newly created nervous system from your mama. Yeah.
Right.
And all of her surroundings are felt through her into you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your energy, your field, your frequency changes.
When you're born.
And your scale, you change on the scale.
Yeah.
And then at one point, your energy changes where it comes in synchronized harmony with the outer world.
Yeah.
And because it changes its frequency, just like a little butterfly, that was that little maggoty caterpillar,
Yeah.
you've now got an urging to get out of your surroundings.
Yeah.
The frequency around you
Are-
and
are
through you
aligning.
and permeating you
Yeah.
from all corners of all creation.
Yeah.
The vibration, if you like, the frequency, call it which one you want, they're all the same thing.
Everything is
Changes.
right.
And as it changes, you're drawn to get out.
Yeah.
You're drawn
Yeah.
to come away.
Right.
Strength
Yeah.
is there to
And the energy as it
frequencies.
changes
Yeah.
causes changes within mama.
That's
Because
right.
she starts to have reactions to that energy.
Yeah.
Because everything, as I told you, is frequency and energy.
Yeah.
So why does the fluid in which you've been growing and surviving within come out of the mama's body and cause you to follow it? Well, because very simple, because
That's
you
what you
are.
live on.
Well, yeah, but you are also, as I said, just shadows of the energetic.
That's right.
You're shadows of the energetic.
Like the
So
prisoners.
something happened energetically at a frequency.
Yeah.
The frequency changed, the energy changed, therefore there is a reaction.
Yeah.
And that's how something so natural that happens, just like that, no one knows why or how,
No.
because it happens at an energetic level, and all you see is the shadowy play out world of a physical reality,
Yeah.
which just seems
Rest
something
is a
just happened.
mystery.
Her water's just broke, she's flooded the place. Yeah, no reason why. We didn't know it was going to happen. But if you were to feel it at an energetic level, it would have been coming.
But they're the waters of life, aren't they?
Yeah, and you follow it.
Yeah. the
You know,
waters of
you
life.
follow it out into the world.
Yeah.
And it all happened because energy changed.
And the frequency was right.
And the frequency matched. You resonated with the new world that you're about to interact with.
Yeah.
The dial became, the two needles on the dial crossed paths and
That's
became the
right.
same for a brief moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now
Wonderful.
you have a similar energy to your mama, and you no longer belong within her but without her.
And you become an independent human
You
being.
begin the journey,
Yeah.
and out you go,
Yeah.
and you are born into the world. Yeah. And
Fantastic.
the energy of your experiences and people around you, you're forever interacting with those energies and frequencies.
Yeah.
They are constantly abounding you, permeating you, influencing you,
Learning day by
helping
day.
you to understand and experience.
Yeah.
And so you go through life giving off an energy and a frequency and attracting to you
Yeah.
those people and situations of life
Yeah.
that will help you learn. Your energy is resonant with certain types of people.
Yeah.
Certain folk in the world will be normal. Without you doing anything, you will draw a certain
You're
kind of
drawn
person.
to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your circumstances,
Mm.
you were drawn to your families as they were drawn to you.
Yeah.
Because the resonance of the vibration that you and they are, and that consciousness which they are, drew you in.
Mm.
That's why families have so much in common.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yes.
Right.
You, why am I so like my mama or mama papa?
Yeah.
It's genetic, they say. Well, of course it
That's
is,
right.
but genetics are only a shadowy representation of the energetic frequencies.
Frequencies.
So why
Yeah.
is that? Because they made you and they have a vibration and a frequency about them.
Yeah.
And they, when they made you, they drawed a very similar aspect of consciousness close.
Mm.
That's why you have similarities. It's not all learnt. If it was learnt, then why is it people who were separated from their families for decades
Mm.
have similarities when they meet them?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
because they are made of a similar frequency and vibration. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's right, and it
Yeah.
remains with you.
That's right,
Yeah.
because it's your base construction.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, unfortunately, sometimes circumstances happen in life that aren't nice.
Yeah.
And some people take them on board and don't let them go. They become them.
Yeah.
They were meant to learn from the experience and bugger off and move on to something else, but they cling on to it.
Yeah.
Good or bad, they cling on to it. They don't want to lose it. There might be a bad experience and they begin to live their own misery over and over again. And they get trapped within a frequency.
Yeah.
The frequency of the experience.
Yeah.
The vibrational frequency of the experience that came along. They begin to get stuck around. They
They
can't
can't-
escape it.
They can't let go.
That's right. Like some kind of object in outer space getting trapped in the Earth's orbit.
Yeah.
So you get trapped within the orbit of the frequency itself. You
Right.
understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
And so you either, you were then attracting more people like you, or you either, until the day that you want to escape it.
They say like-minded people.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
attract them. But you
Yeah.
say they're like-minded, I say they're like frequency.
Like frequency, that's
Yeah.
a better word.
And
Yes.
like vibrated. They
Yeah.
vibrate on the same frequency.
Yes.
Similar.
Yeah.
A resonant frequency. And like a magnet, you pull them.
Right.
Because they're
Yeah.
drawn. Just
Yeah.
like your very consciousness was drawn to the body that you are.
Yeah.
Because it had no choice.
Yeah.
Just like that aspect of consciousness that you was drawn to you, out of all the colours of the rainbow and possible colours that exist, and variants and shades, you drew one that was similar to your parents.
Yeah.
Because, after all, you are part of their frequency. You were made by their frequency and vibration.
That's right.
You were made by their energy. You
Yeah.
are energy attracting energy, and you look like them because their energies came together to make a united energy that's you.
Yeah.
And their
Right.
consciousnesses together created a link, and that little trickle, that waterfall that flows
That's
down
right.
is very similar to them in many ways.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like your looks and your genetics, which are merely physical characteristics of an energetic you.
That's
Mm.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yes. Yes.
Jolly good. So then you carry on for your life, and you, like I say, you might sometimes get stuck in a rut, like some people live and wallow in their misery.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that's because they're stuck within this energy, trapped.
Yeah.
And when they want to get out of it, the people will come. They will be attracted. People will come to help them, encourage them, guide them, support them, and be there. The right people.
Yeah.
And then their energy can continue to move forward. But always your frequency, whether you think you're standing still and stagnant, the frequency, the dial of life
Is moving.
is moving
Mm.
within the realms of life.
Yeah.
It is changing.
Yeah.
And as you change, as the dial of life changes and moves,
You mature.
you mature. You're quite right, Auntie Cora.
Yeah.
You change.
Yeah.
And you say, why do I think this now that I didn't think long ago?
Yeah,
Why do I
that's-
understand something I didn't understand then?
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's because you
Yeah.
now vibrate at a different frequency.
Yeah.
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 Your frequency has changed.
Mm.
And is now in harmony with a different aspect of the world as you understand it,
Yeah.
Yes.
or life, or
Yeah.
eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you continue to walk through life with your ups and downs, which
Learning.
affect your frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always being affected, but it's always changing at the same time.
Yes.
Because it's not linear. You're thinking of a dial that just goes left to right. I'm talking of a dial that will go left to right, up and down, all over the bloody place.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's not linear. It's not a straight line. Everything
No.
in your life is a straight line.
Yeah.
You always envision things in a line. I'm following a path.
Yeah.
Whereas it's
That's not
there's
how
a
it
lot
is.
more to it than that, but it's a nice way.
Yeah.
It's a nice way of simplifying the complicated.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And you go through your life, and as you go through life, your frequency changes and you start to vibrate at a faster pace.
Yeah.
You are vibrating in a different way. You are vibrating at a faster pace. The vibration starts to speed up only a little bit, but always enough.
Right.
And as you vibrate faster,
So life seems to go faster.
that's right. But your
Yeah.
body is not designed to go to those levels.
No.
So your body can't keep up.
Yeah.
Your body can't keep up with what you are.
Right.
Did you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see where I'm about to go?
Yeah.
Yes.
It tries to hold on to it, but it can't.
Yeah.
No.
Because they have only been together because they had a unified field.
Yeah.
A unified vibration kept them together. That's you.
Yeah.
From the subtle, dense vibration that you were at birth, all the way through to the point where the body can't hold on any longer. Of
Right.
course, some people are born with poorliness,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sickness,
Yeah.
and that will inadvertently bring them out to the world seemingly sooner than they should have been.
Yeah.
So they will leave a body perhaps that is a little bit more better looking.
Yeah.
But the aging of the body, as it ages and ages and ages, is merely a representation of consciousness that you are, your vibration of your
Yeah.
true self,
Yeah.
your consciousness in your being, your spirit self, moving through the vibration of life.
Right.
As you do so, the
And then you keep-
frequencies become slightly less unified.
And you kind of go back into orbit.
Well, you're making your way up the scale,
Yeah.
and on your
Yeah.
way, you're making your way upwards on the scale towards our world.
That's right.
But your poor body
Yeah.
doesn't know that, does it?
No.
It's just
no.
getting dragged along like an old motor car,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't seem to resonate the same, and bits get sore, and bits drop off,
Yeah.
and bits
And-
don't work the same anymore. Bit by bit, you start to have problems.
Yeah.
And is it like then the energies reclaim you?
Well, your body is kind of useless because your spiritual self is on its way up the scale
That's
towards
right.
our world.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're on your way, so you say to yourself, I vibrate, you're vibrating quicker
Yeah.
as you head towards the seeming end of one chapter and the start of
Of
another.
another. Yes.
And so time seems to pass quicker
Yeah.
because you're vibrating quicker.
Back
Even
into
when
the
you were a
system.
kid, when you were a little child, a boring day was mega long.
Oh yeah.
But when
Yeah.
you're older, a boring day still goes quite fast
It
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
because your vibration.
Sometimes you say the day goes too quickly.
Yes, right. And that's because, well, the day is kind of irrelevant in many ways
It is.
because
in-
it's
in
just an
spirit.
expression
Yeah.
of what's happening.
That's
But
right.
at an energetic level,
Yeah.
you are vibrating just like when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Fun makes time go very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're coming towards our world, you're going up the frequency, up the dial,
Yeah.
almost towards us.
Yeah.
Like now, Mr. Paul and Cora, you two are on your way up the scale.
We
Yeah.
are. We're
Your
in-
vibrational self is changing, and it's
Exactly.
moving higher up
Yeah.
up the scale
That's right.
towards our world, if you like.
Yeah.
But your physical body is stuck in your world,
That's
Yeah.
right.
and the two are gradually, very, very slowly moving apart.
Right.
That's right,
Gradually
yeah,
moving
yeah.
apart.
And then when the time is right,
Yeah.
you go out and the body drops.
When you was a little child, did you ever stand in your on a sunny day and have someone draw around your shadow?
Yes.
And
yes.
then you stand there at a different time of the day and the shadow had moved.
And it gets longer. Yeah.
Yeah, and it
or
moves away
shorter.
from the chalky mark.
That's right.
You ever
Yeah.
done that, Mr. Paul?
Yeah, no, I haven't, but I can
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
You're
Yeah.
moving. Well, the shadow. You could argue that the shadow in this instance is your spiritual self,
Spirits
Yeah.
leaving.
gradually moving
Yeah.
away as the frequency and the position of life changes.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wonderful.
You're moving away from the chalky physical.
yeah,
Yeah.
Your body is trying to hold on to the journey,
yeah,
but the journey's going to carry on without the body,
That's right.
without
Yeah.
the dense physical
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
As you move away from the frequency of life,
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't just die.
You move on.
You've been moving towards it for a time.
Yeah.
Right now, you're both, as everybody is, moving up the frequency of life
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
to the point where the body seems to age.
yeah,
Some people age differently,
Yeah.
but that's just because their bodies are a bit different, that's all. But they are all doing the same.
Yeah.
They
All going
all-
through the same
Of
process.
course they are, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you come to the point of death, people talk about the separation of the body using some kind of silver umbilical cord.
yeah,
Well, you could say so, but it's the disconnection of consciousness
That's
Right.
from the body.
Yeah.
Your consciousness
It's
that has been
gone.
pouring in from the sea of consciousness and awareness into the little brain, and the brain which splits your mind into two,
yeah,
and then at the point, the consciousness frequency just changes to the point where it can no longer be connected to that body, because the frequency is just no
Gone to
longer.
spirit.
It's gone beyond its frequency of the body.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
body can only occupy a certain frequency.
Yeah.
right,
Once you move beyond it, it ceases to be part of the body.
And then it's gone
It's
to
like a
spirit.
severing. We just don't connect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And at that point, you move away
Yeah.
right.
and you continue on immediately in your new frequency.
That's
Do
right.
Yeah.
can I ask something
You
with it?
can ask anything
Can-
you want. I'm clever tonight.
I'm trying to think how to put it.
Yeah.
Do we get any sort of warning beforehand that we know this is it? We are now moving. I'm leaving the body. Do
Yeah.
we have any preconception
Well-
of what's going on?
Well, some people will. It depends how conscious you are of yourself,
Right.
how aware you are.
Yeah.
If you were somebody who has spent your life being aware of feelings within you and sitting quietly and feeling them,
Yeah.
you will start to feel the change.
Right.
You might start to feel the change. Yeah, you might not.
Mm.
Some
Sometimes it can
people
be
see
quite
things
sudden.
because they're moving towards the frequency.
Yeah.
People said they saw their loved ones come to greet them.
Yeah.
Yes.
They saw them around them.
Yes.
It's because your frequency is starting to merge with ours.
Ah.
Yeah.
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 You see?
Yeah.
And briefly and momentarily, the body is now starting to see higher frequencies. What do
Yeah.
we tell you to do when you sit here and you're trying to connect with us? We tell you to try to raise your vibration.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Well, your vibration by that point, at the point of death, has now risen very naturally, and to where it needs to actually go. We don't need to lower ourselves
No.
like we
Right.
do.
Yeah.
You're practically joining us then.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not really lowering ourselves all that much
No.
to get here.
We're
Yeah.
rising up.
You're rising
Yeah.
up the scale, aren't you,
Yeah.
Cora?
Yeah.
Quite right.
Wonderful.
Do you understand?
Wonderful.
And
Yes.
this all happens because at the one point the frequency changes, and
Mm.
just like a waterfall, you've got to go over it when it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, eventually, like with a radio dial, you change the frequency, you turn it, it's very clear. Sometimes you have a little bit of a good turn and it's still clear.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it interferes and changes a bit, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone. You could create a radio station that operates, or you could broadcast on the same frequency where it seemingly went.
Yeah.
It's not gone. You've just moved out of the
Moved out
range,
of the
Yeah.
range.
haven't you?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if you say to somebody, I want to create a radio channel and speak on it, so everyone can hear me on this frequency, which frequency? The one right there where it disappeared from the other one.
Yeah.
Well, then you could set up at that frequency, and then all of a sudden people would hear you, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
no different. You're going up the scale of frequency to the point where there's a point where it's there, he's still here. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time of death.
Moved on.
Yeah. Time of death. 6:05.
Yeah.
Yeah. COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently that's very funny. I don't understand. Someone over here said they like that.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And up
Gotta
the
be
scale you went.
precise.
And then you seemingly, and then you've just moved out of the entire range.
And gone to spirit.
And your body therefore couldn't hold on any longer, and like losing grip on a rope,
Yeah,
it just lost its grip.
that's it.
And the little boat that you're in sails into
off,
the
off
next
it
thing.
goes into the next world.
Just moves up the next scale.
Mm.
That's how close we are.
Yeah.
That's how close we are. The difference between us and you. And you think, well, where are you? How far away are you?
A whisper.
Just the end of your breath.
Yeah. A whisper
Well,
away.
why can't
Yeah.
we then, when we have just moved
Yeah.
to your frequency,
Yeah.
why is it that we can't let a loved one know here that we're perfectly okay? We're still
Because you're
living on?
adjusting to your new reality. You've
Yeah.
just shed the body,
Yeah.
so your body's left behind, so
Yeah.
you're a bit confused about that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to get, and you're on a new frequency all of a sudden that
The
you've been heading
frequency's too
into,
high.
where you've moved into this new vibration,
Mm-hmm.
this new frequency, and you're not quite familiar with it because for the first time, whilst for the last however many years bits have been falling off,
Yeah.
and your brain has been two parts,
Mm-hmm.
your mind has been two parts.
Yeah.
Because of the brain, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden it all comes crashing together in its natural state.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, your body's left behind, and you're a bit baffled. You're in a frequency that's caused a total change to your reality.
It's
Right.
different.
And for a while, you're a
frequency
little bit,
to
what the
Earth.
hell?
Mm.
And it takes a bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
A bit like, I mean, why is it when you're born you don't just come out chatting?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to learn.
Yeah.
You've got to have a bit of time.
You've got to
Because you've
learn.
just gone from one state of being to another.
That's right.
Yeah.
And in order to get to that stage, you had to grow a little inside and allow consciousness to expand inside the mind and the brain,
And
and
learn.
allow the energetic creation to take place.
Yeah.
And then when you come out, you're not well adjusted to your new environment because you just spent 20 months inside your mama.
Yeah.
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 And you've been feeling the environment via your mama's nervous system, but now you've got to do it purely with your own.
Right.
Different frequencies.
So it takes some time.
Yeah.
So when you've crossed over, or as you say, just dropped out of the frequency and the ropes let go and your
That's
body's
right.
left behind,
Yeah.
and there you are in this new frequency, immediately there.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a
You've
little
got to
time
adjust.
because you need to come into it.
Right.
You need to have some time to adjust to it.
Is it like being born again?
I suppose in a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to get
You
used
just
to
got
the
to
new
get a bit used to
frequency.
it. You got to get
Yeah.
a bit familiar to it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Mr. Paul? I've got the
Yeah.
feeling you want me to expand on that.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It does make sense.
Yeah.
So, which bit are you struggling with there then, Mr. Paul?
The struggling is with somebody that's left behind
Yeah.
who has no conception whatsoever that life is continuous,
Yeah.
and there's got to be a way somehow of letting them know
Yeah.
that you're all right. But
What, you want to send a postcard straight away?
that sort, yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Other people can do that for you, can't they?
They've
yeah,
got
well,
to learn,
yes,
haven't
Do you not
they?
remember when Auntie Lorraine's mama tried to speak
yes,
to her and she couldn't do it? She'd
Yes.
only just got there.
that's right, yes,
So her family did it for her.
yes,
Well, I would thought that was very thoughtful.
right, yes,
She's got to get adjusted,
yes,
acclimatised.
yeah,
She's just come into the new frequency. She
right,
needs to spend a bit of time to come up further up the dial to make the signal clear,
right,
to make
okay.
it all good,
yeah,
Yeah.
to operate and function properly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just like when you come into your world,
yeah,
out of your mama,
yes,
you need a bit of time to get used to it.
yeah,
You've got to sleep a lot,
yeah,
rest a lot,
yeah,
feel the environment and let your frequency
Yeah.
progress a little, and then all of a sudden the eyes open, the smiles start, life and the play and the fun all begins.
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
And so it is, like Auntie Cora said, it is a little bit like being born again.
Right.
You get
Yeah.
into your own frequency
Yeah.
and then you work.
But without the
From-
crying
That's
and
right.
the screaming
Yes.
and the smack on the arse. Would you understand?
It's got to be a shock to the system.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
In a lot of sense. Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Now, when you come over here, then it all starts again, but different.
Yes.
But you continue along the frequency of life.
Another life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one day you might feel that you know you need to move further forward.
That's where they say life is perpetual.
Yeah, and it's always going. It's
Yeah.
always going.
Yeah.
It's always continuing on.
From one life to another,
Oh, you-
on and on.
You got it, Auntie Cora. She's on fire tonight. She's got it. She has. Yeah. But these are important things.
It's a wonderful subject.
Well, these are very important things.
They are.
Everybody in your world goes on about birth and death.
Mm.
And I've heard people ask questions about it, and I've heard very unsatisfactory answers
Right.
myself. And I've been talking with people here, and I said I want to talk about something so different
Mm.
that will make people really think.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm fed up of hearing people ask the same questions.
Yeah.
I don't want to be his medium if people are just going to ask me the same questions all the time.
Mm.
What do you think of reincarnation?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm fed up with that.
Yeah.
Yes, and I.
I
am.
don't want to hear that. I want to talk to people about the truth as I know it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
want to help people to expand their views. Instead of asking the same questions time and time again, I want them to be thinking big and proper and wide and broad.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
A bit deeper.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Proper big, Auntie Cora.
Mm.
As big as this. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Yes.
can't see nothing. It's dark.
Too
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your frequency is forever changing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always remember, it's never in a straight line.
No.
It's not only the appearance of your world is linear.
Yeah.
Because you look out of two eyes
Yeah.
into a linear
It's a bit like lightning, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
And
it
it's all
is.
because of frequency that it's made possible.
Frequency's a bit like
So when
lightning.
you see people fall into bits and bits dropping off
Yeah.
and they don't look very well, I mean, of course, they could be shoveling their face with a lot of junk that doesn't help their vibration one bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you are made, your body is kept intact by having things in it that are vibrational. You talk about nutrition. You say
Yeah.
you say disease from eating all the wrong things.
Exactly.
I say that your vibrational and energetic construction, the shadowing, the reflection of the true self, energetic self,
Yeah.
you're not feeding the right energy. Therefore, the physical falls to bits.
Right.
Yeah.
Put the right energy in, and the energy will be better.
Yeah.
But sometimes it comes to a point where your bits are dropping off no matter how healthy you are
Mhm.
and how good you treat it. And that's because you're on your journey. Your physical is now starting to not resonate with the rising frequency of your consciousness.
Yeah.
It's losing
Your
its
spirit,
energy.
yourself, your true energetic self.
Yeah.
It's losing its energy.
Losing its grip. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Losing its grip.
Yeah.
Sliding very gently down the rope.
Mm.
To the point where eventually you might find yourself in your bed at home or in a hospital, and it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think people say it's time for him to go.
Mm.
The lights are
Yeah.
getting dim.
Whether they believe in death and survival of death, matters not. They always say it's time to let them go.
But whether they believe it or not, life does go on.
Auntie Cora, it matters not what they believe. I could believe in big pink hippos.
Yeah.
Yeah? Matters not if I believe in them or I don't. If there's a pink hippo in the world, then it's real.
That's right.
That's the truth.
That's it. Yeah.
People could say, did you know there's no such thing as a pink hippo? And I'll say, oh, okay. Well, if I see one, I'll know it's true, won't I?
Yeah.
Mm.
Truth is truth. If there's a pink hippo in the world, whether you know it's there or you don't, it's bloody true, innit?
That's right.
Yeah.
If it's there, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like people say, I don't believe in people from other realms of existence.
But they're there.
Well, it matters not, doesn't it?
No.
If they say don't believe in it, I'll say, well, that's fine. And if someone says I believe in it, I'll say, well, that's fine. Because whether you believe it or you don't believe it,
They're
matters
there.
not to monkeys to me, because if they're there, they're there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And they're not bothered that you don't believe in them.
No.
Yeah.
They're probably on another frequency, and that's why
Exactly.
we can't see them.
Exactly. You understand? I tell you what, Auntie Corey, you're doing very well. Oh, I tell you what, for somebody who wasn't academic, yeah, you're raising yourself. You're doing very, very well.
I'm really interested in all this sort of
Yeah,
thing.
as your teacher, I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you've given a lot of talks in the past, and now some of them are matching up.
Well,
You see,
you see what I've done there?
they're matching up.
I've tried
now.
to give you a little bit of something each week
Yeah,
Mm.
and
that
they-
would carry on.
and you,
That I could see, I could build on the one from the week before and say, do you remember what I told you last week?
that's right.
And now this week I can say, do you remember what I told you last week and the other week? And I can say, well,
It's like joining the dots.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's very, very
Yeah.
interesting.
Gosh, yeah.
Life is like a sliding needle on a radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You enter the frequency of the channel that you're listening to and vibrating on,
Yeah.
and then you slide out.
Yeah.
And there's a point where the frequency just goes bye-bye,
Yeah.
and you've moved beyond. And at that point, the body and the spiritual self, the consciousness, the aspect of your eternal self, just falls away.
Yeah.
Can't hold on, like how holding on grip tight to a rope. It just falls.
You are but a whisper.
Yeah, you are but a little droplet
That's right, like a little
in an
whisper.
ocean.
Yeah.
There's
You
a-
can't take. Oh, when does the little raindrop that falls onto the sea become the sea?
Yeah.
And when is it not?
Yeah.
It's just two states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One is a droplet, one is vast.
Yeah.
One is many droplets, but you can't tell. Once they hit together, they merge. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like a little droplet. Your body just goes, can't do it, drops away, and you enter the sea of the new frequency, the new ocean to swim in.
That's
Mm.
right.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it?
God, yes. it
Did you
is.
find it interesting, Mr. Paul?
Yeah. Oh,
Wondered
yeah.
where the hell I was going, but you figured it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the future,
Yeah.
as will happen with everybody, one day bits will drop off.
Yeah.
The only thing
Yeah.
you've got to do is ask yourself, is what I'm putting in my face, is it helping
Is
me?
it helping?
And if you say, well, by and large, everything I put in is useful,
Mm.
and you say, but why are bits still dropping off me?
The naughty
Why
bits
am I
in
not working
moderation.
as well as I used to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never need to ask that question, because you'll know the answer.
We know the
Yeah.
answer.
Because my energetic self, which operates in a frequency,
Is
is
losing
moving
its grip.
up the scale,
Yeah.
and my poor body, that has served me so well,
Is losing its grip.
just losing its grip a little bit, is sliding down the rope.
Mm.
And at some point it'll reach the end of the rope, and people will say, you've got to let them go now.
Mm.
And whether they believe in death, survival, you've got to let them go now. And they
And
don't.
start a new life.
Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, they do let you go, because your consciousness is drawn to people. So when you hear people you're familiar with, you're drawn to them.
Yeah.
And so you try to hold on, but you're going up that scale on the dial
Mm.
Yeah.
to the new reality, and you're moving closer to it. Life got faster.
Yeah.
Whilst life got faster, what were you doing? When the days were passing by quicker, when the nights were fast and another day started, when life shot from the age of 40 to the age of 80 in the blink of an eye,
Yeah.
what were you doing?
We think we don't know. More of the same.
Exactly, you won't remember it all.
No.
So much
More
was
of the
crammed
same.
in.
Yeah.
And all that happened, that there was still 24 hours in a day.
That's right.
There was still 7 days in a week and 8,600 and something seconds.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it matters not,
No.
because life still got faster, and you couldn't slow it,
No.
Yeah.
because your frequency was
Was
riding.
working.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Riding on the frequency.
And just like when you come in this room, yeah, and you sit downstairs beforehand, and you come up the stairs, and we say, try to raise your vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you do that? Well, you try to do it through being genuinely happy being amongst each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to
Exactly.
genuinely feel it. Yeah.
Treasuring the time.
Yeah, you have to. And why would being happy be the formula for raising your vibration? For the same reason that happiness makes time go faster.
Faster.
Yes.
When you were young, a good day out flew by.
Yeah.
It did.
But when you're older, every day flies by.
Yeah.
So look at the child. It's moving through a slower period because they're at the lower end of the frequency on their way through. I say lower end, I don't mean lower literally. I could hear somebody listening to this recording saying, but I thought children had higher sensitivity. They do, but they're still lower down the frequency of life on the
right,
journey
yeah.
from beginning to end.
Yeah.
But their openness is a different thing because that gets closed with time.
Yeah.
Life closes you down.
It
The
does.
circumstances, dense as they are, clog up your mind and your belief and your imagination.
Yeah.
But not everybody. Some people have marvellous imaginations. And when you get older, sometimes your imagination comes back.
It does, and your
Yeah.
childishness comes back.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
because you don't give a crap.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That's quite right.
it's true.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, you don't give a crap.
Yeah, and I think as you
It's
get
just that
older,
bit in the middle where you seem to give a crap about everything.
where you're kind of
Yeah.
forced to, aren't you,
Yeah.
to grow up.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yes.
I'm very pleased.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great, Anthony. That is.
That's
I
been
think-
amazing.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
It
Mm.
has been
Yeah.
amazing. It's been wonderful to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that chappie over in Birmingham, Mr. Paul,
Yeah.
something about his circumstances that he may be somewhat trapped in.
Right.
Remember I said some people get trapped within their own circumstances
Yeah.
and they struggle to move past them.
Yes.
Well, there's something about his life
Right.
that he's got a bit trapped.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. And that's why it'd be nice if you said a little hello.
I will do.
Yeah.
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 I'll do that
Might be
tonight.
useful.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And you are right. Actually, I do that. I do wait for people to contact me. Then
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, look, I'm not here to tell you what's right and wrong.
No.
I'm not judging anyone. Don't
No.
care.
No.
Yeah, what you do is up to you.
Mm.
But whoever that person is, somebody mentioned it before I got here. I
Right.
could hear them talking, and I thought, oh, this will be fun.
Yeah.
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 So I've done my best.
Thank you
I
very
think-
much.
I think I'm not saying you need to ring everybody up in your book.
No.
I'm saying that some people matter,
Yes.
Yeah.
and maybe some people might appreciate a friendly "How are you?"
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it could be helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I will. Thank you, Anthony, very
That's all
much.
right.
Good. Thanks
Yeah.
for jogging, not my memory, but
Now,
just.
when we've done this,
Yeah.
I would appreciate it if you would be willing to forward this recording on,
Yeah.
because you've recorded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would appreciate it if you could forward it to people who might be interested.
Okay. Yeah.
People who you know would give the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think what I've just said is quite interesting.
Yes, it is.
And I think that some of your friends are moving up the scale of life rather than coming down it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, their bodies are sliding down the bloody rope, some of the people you know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there's some people in your realms of your understanding who would listen to this.
Perhaps that guy in Germany across the water might be interested.
Oh, maybe he would.
Hmm.
But you can send it to whoever you think is right. And
Okay.
you should think very carefully, because you know who the right people are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't send it to anybody who is
No.
going to be a waste of time.
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Send it to people who you know will get use
That
from
will
this.
Don't
benefit
cast
from it.
pearls before swine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've never called anybody a swine.
No.
I wouldn't do that. I might call him an idiot,
Yeah.
but it's not their fault. It's just their vibration.
Mhm.
Yeah.
These are pearls of wisdom.
Are they really? And they came for me, did they?
The pearls of wisdom for us on this planet.
Well, you're most kind, Auntie Cora.
Mm.
Because to tell you what, after I don't feel very wise, I just listen to these now.
Yeah.
And they mumble it down my ear and I try and get it out. Yeah.
They are
Mr.
wonderful.
Montague has got a group of people tonight. They are all gathered around.
Yeah.
Right.
They are all sharing their experiences and their learnings.
And helping.
Yeah, it's
Wonderful.
everything they're learning.
Yeah.
All the things that they've learnt, brought together. And their views, as they all see it differently, just like you lot see your world so different.
Yes.
And so are they, and they're sharing it. And as they share it, they bring it together. And as they bring it together like a beautiful, like a wall mixing colours, they make new colours and they bring it to me, and I spurt them out like I just did. Yeah. There you go.
Wonderful.
You happy with that?
Yes,
Very,
thank
very
you very
happy.
So
much.
go forward up this, knowing that regardless of what you're doing, you're going up the scale.
Yeah.
You're going up the range. Yeah. You're raising. You're going up the vibration to the point, and that's why your bodies are all knackered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've nearly done their time.
Oh, it's a bit longer to go yet.
Oh,
But
good.
don't worry, it'll fly by. Yeah. Be over before you know it. Yeah. Oh, I'm funny.
I'll remind you of that, Anthony, when I
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this will be of use to people. And if the people listening to this, and I know people are already, I'm going to talk to all the people now who are listening to this. I would like you to share my words. Share this far and wide to your friends, please. Because
Yes.
all of you listening to this at home, in your own time, in the present. I'm saying this to you all in the past, aren't I, Mr. Paul?
Yeah.
But they'll be listening in the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people who they send it to will be listening in the future.
Yeah.
But if they've just received this off their friend, they are now listening in the present, having received it in the future from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's confusing.
No, yeah. We've realised, don't we, that the past, present and future is all the same.
It is. It's all depending upon your perspective.
Yeah.
It's
Your
the,
point of observation.
it's the now, isn't it?
Yes, right.
It's the now.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
There's
moment.
people who you know, Mr. Paul, who will benefit. There are people
Yeah.
who are interested in this whole range of subjects.
Right.
And they will get good benefit from this. They will enjoy listening to us in our little evening together.
Yeah, great.
Wonderful.
Yeah. There are people who will gain from it and
Yeah.
people who will benefit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There are mediums that you know who might find this interesting.
Yes.
There are people who are interested in the head's work and development who might like to hear my words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are welcome to it. It's with my pleasure that I give them an explanation of life and its journey.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you very,
Yeah.
very much.
And even then, it's only a little aspect, tiny
Yeah.
little aspect of a great big cog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be over, so don't worry. Yeah, not long to go. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I hope you've had a nice time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
Wonderful.
Very good. And with that, I've got to get out. Someone's coming.
Oh, all right.
Thank you, Anthony.
Listen, I'm going to say night-night now.
All
Night,
right.
night, Anthony. And
Yeah.
thank you.
Lots of love. Bye-bye.
No, no. Hello.
Good evening, my friends. Can you hear my voice?
Yes,
we
this is Monty.
Montague here. How are you?
Hello,
You are
Monty.
well.
Yes, thank you.
I can hear you. Can I hear your voices, please?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Monty, for coming.
Yes, I thought that went rather well.
Yeah, it did.
Wonderful.
Right now, I have a group of souls, people like myself,
Yes.
who wish to go forward and help, to share ideas with your world. Our experiences, it is little point, myself coming along to your world and people asking me my opinion, My opinion is but one drop in that great ocean that the boy spoke of.
Yeah.
My opinion is one drop. My view is through but one window of an entire world. If your view is through one little window of a little house looking down a dark, dismal alleyway, that is your view of the world.
Yeah.
Another person has a view of the entire ocean, and that is their perspective. You all have your own perspective, you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
And
yes.
therefore I do not see the reason why I should bring just my own view when I can bring many minds together. I can bring them together and we can create a broader view that we can bring to your world.
Yes.
And that is what we have done tonight. There were at least, what I say, about half a dozen people coming in and bringing their minds together. We worked together to create a group view on the journey of life,
Yes.
to create a perspective from all of our learning and bringing it together and transmitting it towards the boy who could transmit it through to you all here tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all of those kind people who will be listening further afield.
Yes.
Now I know this is a new request to put these words out there into your world,
Yeah.
but I would strongly recommend that you do so.
Yes.
Yes.
And I would strongly recommend that you put them to people who can share my words,
Yes.
not through typing them up, but through making my words audibly audible.
Yes.
Audible. I know you can do that in your world now.
Yes, we can.
I would like our words, the shared collective words of the group of souls, my friends who have sat here with me tonight,
Yes.
to be heard.
Yeah.
I would like those words tonight to be heard further afield and to be shared.
Right.
Always to be shared with people who are understanding,
Yes.
who are open, and who are broad thinkers.
Yes.
I think that would be marvellous, do you not?
Yes,
Right, would
absolutely.
Wonderful. Splendid. Splendid. How are we both?
Oh,
We're very
fine,
well, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, marvellous. I'm so pleased to hear it.
Oh.
I am pleased to hear it.
Mhm.
I have always said, whilst I believe evidence is vastly important, I've told you that wisdom is the flip side of the coin.
Yes.
As I've told and repeated myself endlessly.
Absolutely, yes.
What good is evidence if we do not pass our experiences?
She's on.
Yes.
And what use is our experience if we cannot prove our identities
Yeah.
in some form?
Yes.
Allow this to be just one little teaching
Yes.
that we bequeath to the world.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
From one frequency to another,
Yeah.
Wonderful.
from slightly further along the frequency scale to those of you travelling just a little bit further behind.
Yeah.
But only just a breath away.
That's right.
Yeah.
Little more. No more, no less, just a brief
A
breath.
breath away.
Right, yes.
Wonderful.
Ah.
My. Well, you know, I've been looking in on your work from time to time, Paul. I must say it is a bloody mess, is it not?
Oh, crumb. Yeah, it is.
Yes. It's very difficult to be optimistic in a world like this.
Yeah.
But what did I tell you some weeks ago?
Just
Yeah,
rise
you're not-
above it.
Yes.
Rise
And
above
be
it.
positive.
Yes.
Find happiness.
Yes.
Do not allow everybody's misery to pull you in.
No.
No.
I know there will be those who insist that you should adopt everybody else's misery.
No.
Mm.
It is your moral duty to be miserable for everybody.
No.
It is not. Your moral duty is to be good people.
Positive.
Yes.
Positive, good people.
Positive
Yes.
at all times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I told you some weeks ago now, I believe.
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
Yes.
Do not be challenged by your world. Do not let it pull you down.
No.
And you are not at the end yet, but it matters not. You know, it really does matter not. You want to be positive, you just disconnect yourself from all the bloody misery.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
That's
Don't
right.
put yourself in the way of a car, the bugger won't hit you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
quite right.
There we go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful. I'm very pleased to speak with you all. I feel very well tonight.
It's lovely
Oh,
to
good.
hear from
Yeah.
you.
We think we've done splendid.
Oh, you have. Gosh, yes.
I know the boy loves good evidence to be transmitted, and that is understood, and it is part of the coin. But I will not have it forgotten that the flip side of the coin is that we bring you information that is useful.
Yes.
There is no point bringing you useless information. Information that will help you understand the journey.
Yeah.
Perhaps even help you to live it better and make more use of it.
Yes.
It's not all about, I mean, you understand spirituality is important. Spirituality, you know, is nothing more than taking your blinkers off.
Yeah.
When a horse can only see in that little straight line that it runs through, take those blinkers off the side, all of a sudden it goes, bloody hell, there's people.
Yeah.
And they're all cheering me on.
Yeah.
Well, it's no different, my friends. It's just the removal of the blinkers. That's all spirituality is. You do not need to sit cross-legged on a bloody mountain.
No.
You need to embrace happiness and joy and fun.
Yeah. Yes.
That is what you do. That is the meaning of the message. Oh, but it's depressing. He's talking about how we get to die. Well, yes,
No,
of course, it's an important part of the bloody journey. But
Yes.
if you enjoy it a lot more, will it not?
Yes, of course.
It'll make you realise death is not a miserable journey. It's a wonderful journey. It's a
It is.
natural journey. You've been doing it since the day you were born because the frequency is rising, your frequency.
Yeah.
And so are all the other frequencies of your planet, your universe, the cosmos. That which you call reality itself is not static. But that is going deeper. That is for another time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Let us not lose track. You are born through frequency, you live through the frequency and the changes of frequency and vibration, and when you move to the realms of the edge of the vibration and frequency that you live within, you just pop out of it. And that's
into
death.
a better one.
Into another one. Quite right.
Mm.
So, enjoy it.
Yes.
Yes.
Do not be pulled down.
Positive.
We could address the individual issues in your world right now, one by one. If like-minded people came, a group of us, would speak with them. We would give our view and thoughts and perspective. But ultimately, the message will always be the same. Enjoy yourself. Spirituality, all the sitting cross-legged, it is all about training your mind to be peaceful, still, to hear yourself, so that you may enjoy the fun of life even more and truly feel it.
Yeah.
That is the journey. Your job, to practice it.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Really.
let me leave you with this. I have in my possession a very large cigar and a
Okay.
beautiful brandy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I have every intention of enjoying the bloody thing.
Right.
And are you going to share it with us?
Absolutely not. Yes. Whilst I may have moved from one vibration to another, whilst I may be learning myself and getting better at life,
Yeah.
I am not stupid. I will not be giving my drink or my cigar to no man. It is mine. It is my reward for a good evening.
And you're going
A
to keep
cigar, the only cigar, my friends, in the world, in creation, that will not kill you. I will never die from this cigar. I will enjoy every moment of it. And not one aspect of my vibration will be damaged. There you go.
Enjoy and
Yes.
say slancha.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, that's lovely.
My friends, pleasure as always. My friends listening further afield to these words, if you've reached this far and we have reasoned with your mind, if we have touched your heart, if we have made you think or even question a little bit more, if you are sitting there saying, ah yes, but what about this or what about that, then we have sliced through the surface of your being. We have got inside. We have prodded your consciousness to think further. To everybody here tonight in the room and to those of you listening, my pleasure from our world to your world. Just a breath away. We send our love to you all. Good night, my friends.
Thank you, Monty,
Good night
very
and
much.
thank you.
No night.
Flatfoot returns to speak.
Yes.
Flatfoot is delighted that all took place in the manner in which the Great Spirit that we seek to serve would expect. Through love, joy, coming together and harmony and friendship, Flatfoot is so proud of his peoples on both sides, that you come together as friends, that you leave here as friends, and that the bonds and the shackles of space and distance shall not keep us apart, and time will not keep us apart for long.
No.
For there is truly no time. Flatfoot now says bye-bye to his friends.
Bye-bye,
And
Flatfoot.
will return and will speak once more at a later time. Flatfoot now says bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Flatfoot. Thank you so much. I'm back. Right.